Ba-da-dum, 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 ba-da-dum. Hey guys, it's us again.
Hi.
And if you haven't noticed, we're here to discuss Doctor Who. So we saw a new Doctor. We have a new episode out, and what do you think?
About the Doctor or about the episode in general?
Let's talk about the episode in general.
In general.
By the way, before we start,
yes.
Spoilers. So
oh,
if
yes.
you haven't seen it,
walk away.
Walk away.
Bye.
Okay.
Okay. So in general, I liked it. I think I liked it a little more than I thought I was going to, which considering how much hype there was in this new Doctor and how long we waited for him to show up, I think this episode was classic Doctor Who. It wasn't like Blink or anything, but it was a good transition episode, a good regeneration episode.
I mean, I'm always a fan of the. I mean, I do like the Victorian era that they go to a lot, but just because we get to see the characters like Drax and
who I love so much,
and the lizard lady, whose name I forget. I'm sorry.
Madame Vestra.
Madame Vestra. Thank you.
And her wife.
And her wife.
Who I love those characters so much.
Yeah, and there was some boobage going on in that episode too.
There's some boobage.
Boobage, yeah.
What was the boobage?
The wife when she's like, you know.
Oh yeah, there was some boobage.
There was some boobage, which I was surprised by.
But appreciative of.
Yes, I was.
Okay.
I thought it was a good episode. I thought it was a very good episode. I was afraid I wasn't gonna like it because, you know, the episode always when the Doctor regenerates is always a little. The first episode is always a little iffy.
Right. Because
he's going through the whole. Getting used to the whole regeneration and who he is, and you don't know really who he is at first, and so.
Because it's hard not only for the people watching the show, but I think for the transition from Doctor to Doctor, you're kind of like, it's part of the old Doctor and part of the new Doctor, so you don't know who he is really. Like we don't really like his personality will probably shine in another episode or two.
Yeah.
Which.
I mean, it took me 3 episodes to get used to Matt Smith.
Yeah, me too. And then you start to really fall in love with him because it's like, well, for me anyway, I really just wound up loving him after that because it's like, oh, that's who he is. And so we'll see how this Doctor goes.
Yeah,
Should we talk about him specifically?
Yeah, let's talk about him specifically. He's old. That's the first thing you notice.
And they remind us of it a lot.
And they remind us of it a lot, yeah. I think because like they did a really smart move, which is they used Clara as a voice of the fans, of like the concerns the fans have, of like, oh my god, he's old. Oh my god, you know, we don't know who he is.
Doesn't seem like the Doctor.
Doesn't seem like the Doctor, but
which is what you're thinking too when you're watching the show, because it's sort of like he's not really my Doctor, and then she says the exact same thing, which is interesting.
What was really interesting was we're not really big fans of Clara, to be honest with you. We don't really care for her. We should talk
about that separately, I think.
Yeah, we don't really care for her, but in this episode, I'm starting to like her now. I'm starting to like her a little bit more than I did before, because before, I just didn't like her at all.
I think the problem there was because she came, and that's not necessarily her fault, but she came right after Amy Pond and Rory, who were great companions, and great companions for the Matt Smith Doctor.
Yeah.
Which, you know, coming after that, she didn't shine as much. And I think that now, with this new Doctor, there's a whole new beginning now, and it's a whole new start.
Yeah.
And they have different chemistry.
They have a very different chemistry than she did with Matt Smith.
Which was very funny.
And it's very funny. There's the whole scene where they're at a restaurant, and they're talking to each other, and
it's almost like improv, like
the
way that they were going off each other, but it was hysterical, and they were so funny together that you kind of think, oh, okay, maybe this will work.
And there's a lot more slapstick in this episode too, and there's just really one of my favorite moments was when Drax drew the paper at Clara and just knocks her out. I thought it was really, really funny. And
I love those characters. I love seeing them and seeing their humor. And also when they sort of came down from the ceiling, and it was like Madame Vestra, Jenny, and then and then down went Drax.
Yeah. Oh, I think I'm making it work. Yes, I fixed it.
It's the magic of the Doctor.
It's the magic of I fixed it, guys. This has been broken for like months now, and it's working.
Since Matt Smith was gone, now we have hope again.
Exactly. Oh, one more thing I want to talk about. This reminds me of it. He doesn't have a new screwdriver. It's still the same old screwdriver. Which I'm kind of concerned about because I think new doctors should have a new screwdriver.
Just like restarting the TARDIS and cleaning up, changing the TARDIS.
Which he did change up the TARDIS a little bit.
So maybe next episode. Maybe they don't want to do it all in one shot.
Hopefully. Or maybe it's going to be like a gradual thing where, like, you know, eventually he'll get his own...
Because usually what happens is something happens to the screwdriver that makes them redo it.
Yeah.
So nothing happened in this episode, so we'll see.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe next episode.
But let's see. Who knows? I mean, he may keep the same screwdriver. Who knows? But I hope not, because I mean, I want, as a new Doctor, new rules. He's a darker Doctor too. He's not as goofy as Matt Smith was.
Tone, yeah. But not as dark, I would say, as David Tennant. David Tennant could get really
dark at times.
Really dark at times, and but then also be really goofy. But he's kind of in between. So we'll see how he goes. His outfit, it fits him. His outfit is pretty cool. I mean, I do like the whole red, laced jacket in a red. That was pretty cool. It fits his personality, which you always like sort of define the Doctor by how they look. Like Matt Smith had the.
There's a really good joke though where he goes and says like, "I need a scarf," and no, forget about that.
I'm evolved. I'm evolved.
Oh, that was just awesome. He's like, "I'm Scottish. I can complain about things. That's awesome."
Very very funny. Like there were like a lot of inside jokes and a lot of funny moments, which I think was cute, and a lot of reference to the round things.
Oh yeah, the round things.
From back from the beginning of
Doctor Who, yeah. The round things. And the round things are pretty cool, I gotta say. I like the new look of the TARDIS. It's not really that different from Matt Smith's TARDIS, but it's just a little bit more sleeker.
Which may happen gradually. There might be more changes. They may not want to do everything all at once, but I like what they did so far. And so far, so good. So, episode 1 through 10, what do you score it? I would say like a 7.
I was going to say a 7.
Because I don't want to say any more than that because I feel like there's potential for really good stuff with this guy. Yeah. But I'm still kind of, again, always the regeneration episodes are weirder than the actual Doctor. Like, it's like... Does that make sense? They're always a little off. So I think it's a 7. But we have a lot of potential. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. With Clara, I'm going to give her another chance. Yeah, I think so. I think Clara's, kind of going up now, in my opinion, as a companion. So I'm interested in seeing how that goes. And it's also kind of funny how they reference how she had a flirtation with Matt Smith. And now she has a completely different relationship with the Doctor. They were very smart in how they handled it. I think they asked all the questions the fans would ask. They sort of they even referenced the fact that he was in an episode before. Right. It's very clever in the sense of like anything they might be asking or doing. Here we're just gonna give you the audience. This is something that Lost used to do sometimes. Lost. Oh, I like Lost. He doesn't, but we'll get to that later. We'll get to that one day. Everything's about Lost. Everything's about Lost. Not everything, but a lot of things. Yeah, right. It all leads back to the island. Okay. Well, I think we should cut it because I think we're saying our welcome. But this is a long one. It is a long one. It is a long one. But it's Doctor Who, and we love Doctor Who. Exactly. And we love British things, as you can see. Exactly. And next episode, Daleks. So, this should be fun. I'm excited. Okay. See ya. Bye. Bye.